Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for April the 20th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy and then one card for each sign as we go through the zodiac. I found that I actually enjoyed yesterday's video much more without having the cards on the table and only just looking at them. Even though I'm just seeing me and not you guys, it just helps me to remember that there's people out there, and it makes it easier for me to interact and feel more like I'm actually talking to somebody and not just a camera and cards. So this is probably going to be the way we do it for a while going forward. You guys know me; I have Uranus in the sixth house, so things change on a dime in how I do things that are part of my everyday life. So I don't know how long this will last, but this is how we're going to do things for a while. Okay, so let's look. Overall energy shows up as what do we have? The Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles for overall energy talks about this idea of sometimes it talks about feeling left out socially. Sometimes it can talk about not having enough money to really do everything that we want to do. So maybe being a little disappointed that we're not doing some of the things we want to do because of budgetarial restrictions, shall we say. I don't know if budgetarial is really a word or not, but you guys know what I mean. All right, so that's our overall energy. We may be tightening up the budgetarial belt, and that may be restricting us from interacting socially the way we want to. That could be keeping us from going to an event or a get together. Let's see. Let's see how this shows up for everybody. We're going to look first at Aries. Okay, Aries, you've got the Temperance card showing up here. This is just telling me that you're being really patient with this budgetary shortcomings, shall we say. And I think that you're very well aware that this is just a temporary situation and that it will be taken care of before long. And so you're just sort of letting it go with that. You're not getting all worked up about it. You're just putting one step in front of the other here, expecting things to get better. Taurus. Okay, Taurus, Seven of Batons showing up in reverse. This would be like the Seven of Wands in reverse. So, Seven of Wands in reverse is telling me that this idea of not having enough either social energy or budgetarial energy has put you, or it makes you feel like you're in sort of a vulnerable place here. So this could really be motivating you to get things to change. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. I keep wanting to put down the cards without showing you. I apologize. But we have the Nine of Cups here, Gemini. What do we have? Oh, I like it. So Geminis, you're not too stressed out that there may not be enough money or that, you may not be in the middle of the social circle. You're finding things to do that make you feel satisfied and happy in spite of that. Maybe you're finding things to do that change the circumstance, or maybe you're finding things to do that just don't require that much money or that many people. Either way, you are finding ways to be happy in spite of the circumstances. That's always a good thing. The more happiness we can find, the more happiness we draw into us, just like magnets. Iron filings are always being drawn to us. Which iron filings are we drawing? The happy ones, the sad ones, the mad ones? All depends how we're feeling. Cancers. The Wheel of Fortune showing up in reverse. Excuse me. So, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Cancers, this just says that um, whenever this is happening today, where you're feeling like you're a little bit short of fundulation, this can be something that makes things a little bit more difficult for you. Or if you're just feeling like you're kind of out of the loop socially, same thing. That can be making it feel like things are a little bit more difficult for you. Like maybe your network is mostly out of town or whatever, so people you would normally rely on may not be around. And so, whatever is going on here, whether it's financial or personal, this idea that you're kind of having to tighten up the belt strap is having an impact on you getting things done. I don't feel like you're not getting things done. I just feel like it's taking a little more energy and effort than usual with that Wheel of Fortune showing up in reverse. Okay, so that was Cancers. Next up, we're going to look at Leo. All right, Leos, you guys have the Four of Batons or the Four of Wands. So, Leos, I think you guys may be coming up with ways to do things at home just to sort of save or to get your budget back on track. Or maybe there's some kind of social event you're not invited to and you're just staying home. Either way, though, with this home card, it doesn't feel all that bad to me. It feels comfortable. And also, for some of you Leos, I think it feels like a relief. I don't think you've thought about doing whatever this is you're doing today at home before. And I think that as you're doing this, you're thinking, wow, why haven't I done more of this? This is actually kind of revitalizing and refreshing. That's how that card comes across to me. All right, next up, we're looking at Virgo. Let me wet my whistle here, guys. Okay, so Virgos, you guys show up with the Nine of Swords in reverse here. Nine of Swords in reverse is telling me that you have been stressed out about something going on socially or relationship-wise, personally, or you've been stressed out about financial situation, maybe even both. But with that Nine of Swords in reverse, that's really a good card to come up with this because it says that you're no longer letting that bother you. You're finding ways to relax anyway. We like that. Finding some ease. So that's for Virgo. Next up, we're looking at Libra. Libras. Two of Two of Swords showing up in reverse. This situation with feeling left out or feeling like you don't have quite enough money has you really indecisive about something. So I'm sure there's something that you want to do and is feeling like you're cut a little bit short has you kind of debating because it's a little bit more of going out on a limb than what it normally would be. And I think you're trying to decide, is it worth it to go out on that limb or is it better for me to do something that's a little bit more secure, stable, safe? That's what you're trying to decide there. Ba ba da da, Scorpio. Okay, what do we have? Scorpios. Okay, Scorpios, this is interesting because I feel like the restrictions that we're seeing, whether they're social restrictions or whether they're financial or sometimes both, with the Justice card showing up in reverse for us, I think that those restrictions we are experiencing are coming out of a decision that was made in some type of corrupted way or unfair way. So we are, I think we're sucking it up and we're figuring out, okay, well, it is what it is. What do we do now? I don't think that we're letting no moss is growing under our feet. Ba ba da da. I basically think that this unfair or corrupt decision has just sort of changed our direction or changed our course about how we want to accomplish something. I don't think it's changed what we want to accomplish, hasn't changed what we're working towards, just maybe changed our course a little bit, changed how we're going to do that. All right, let's look next at Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Ace of Pentacles showing up for you. Ba, ba, da, da. This is an interesting card. Hmm. Sagittarius, I think you may have a tight budget right now, but you also have somebody giving you some type of gift. And for me, this feels more like a material good than anything else. Um, so I think somebody is giving you some kind of gift, maybe an opportunity to bring in a material good, but I think some of you are literally being given some kind of material good. This can be money, this can be food, this can be clothing, this can be anything tangible. And like I said, for some of you, it's an opportunity to create more tangible things, but I really think for a lot of you, it's not so much an opportunity as it is something that is more tangible than that. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. Got it in the right order tonight. Capricorn, Capricorn. What do you have? Capricorns, Le Pape. Okay, so you have Pope, basically. This would be the Hierophant in another deck. It is showing up in reverse, Capricorn. So what this is telling me, hmm, I think that you are backing out of some kind of long-term contract or commitment, or at least backing off of it, if not backing completely out, because maybe they're paying you really slowly, or maybe they're not paying you at all in some cases, but there's something going on here where you're not being compensated in a way that makes sense. And you're saying, I agreed to do this job for such and so much money, and I don't see the money. So I don't think I'm going to be doing this job until I do see the money. That's kind of what I'm looking at right here, Capricorns. Think you're drawing a line in the sand. Next up, we're going to take a peek at Aquarius. 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 All right, Aquarius. Okay, Two of Pentacles showing up in reverse, Aquarius. What's going on here? Hmm. Aquarius, here's what I'm pulling off of this. I think you've got a situation where money is tight. For you, I don't think this necessarily has to do with social. Maybe it also has to do with social, but for most of you, this is just a money situation. And it looks like, for whatever reason, money is a little tight right now. Maybe you had some unexpected expenses come up. I don't really know. But I do know that money is tight. And with that Two of Pentacles showing up in reverse, this is telling me that there's not enough to rob Peter to pay Paul to make sure everything gets paid on time. There are things falling through the cracks here. So this is definitely the time to be proactive and be figuring out, what else can I do to bring in some income, or how can I be cutting my expenses, or possibly both. But it's definitely time to do something because you've got things falling through the cracks here. All right, next up, we're looking at Pisces. Pisces. I'm hearing some of you, Aquarius, let me back up. I'm hearing some of you say, look, I'm way too busy to work another job. I can't add that to my schedule, and I don't have any expenses I can cut. If that's the case, and you're working for a place that isn't paying you enough to make a decent living for yourself when you don't have any extra expenses at all, it might be time. Maybe if you don't have time to get another job, it might be time for you to find a different job. You really want to look at, what can I do here to improve this situation? Because when things start falling through the cracks, that should be your first heads up that things can't keep going the way that they are. Something has to give here. Whew. All right, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And please don't feel like I'm judging you. I'm not. I'm just letting you know what's on the table. The truth is what sets us free, baby. All right, Pisces, here we go. King of Swords showing up here for you in reverse. King of Swords in reverse just tells me that with this limited social interactions or limited financial situation, you're getting kind of grumpy. My King of Swords is my grumpy guy. He's actually, I always call him my adult fit thrower, really, because he's not acting really logically. And the King of Swords normally acts really logically, but he's kind of letting emotions steer the ship. And the idea that he's letting emotions steer the ship for somebody with King of Swords personality is really unsettling. Now, a little bit less so for Pisces because you guys are a water sign. But I don't think it keeps you from being any less grumpy about this situation. So kind of the same thing as what I told Aquarius. If this is making you this grumpy, it's probably time to think about what you can do to improve that situation. You know, we see a lot of that actually going on the board today for a lot of different signs, but definitely this is coming up for the last two as well. Aquarius and Pisces both for sure. For sure. Aries kind of knows if they wait it out, things will be okay. Taurus is feeling vulnerable. They need to do something. Gemini, they're kind of not so much. They're feeling kind of satisfied about this some way or another. So they're doing something. They're finding a way to cut expenses, I think. Let's see. Cancers probably could do something. Yeah, looks to me like almost everybody really. It's time to be proactive about this. You know, we set our own economy if we know how to use the law of attraction. We are always using law of attraction, whether we know it or not. So why not how to figure it out? Why not? Yeah, why not figure out how to use it for our own positive good? That's what we really need here. Okay. So that's my motivational word for the day. Thank you guys very much for being here. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you spending some of your precious time with me because time is absolutely precious. And of course, I thank you for your support with the thumbs up, the shares, the comments. All of that stuff adds to how many people get served this video and have the choice to take a peek at it. So thank you very much. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading for some of you later on today, either online or on the phone, and we'll just have fun and sort out everything that you need to know. So get a hold of me and we'll get you scheduled and taken care of. Everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.